Hi guys and girls, I'm SaltyCat and I have a very special guest for you today. You know him, but the real question is, do you really know him? Well, let's find out. My guest today for you is Lord Nod. Hello, Lord Nod.
Hello, SaltyCat. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. So the first question for you is, we're all watching your channel, we're all watching the videos you're posting, we are listening to your casts. The question is, why do you do it?
The toughest question comes first. Well, I've been involved in esports for, now let's see, close to 25 years. Both as a gamer, as a consumer, as a person who's been really concerned about how gaming and gaming has a future in our country. And I always believe that I like to do things differently. I didn't want to go ahead and get into event management. I didn't want to get into making video games and selling them. There are better people than me in every one of those fields. I like marketing. I like strategy. Like so many of my other companies, I like to do something specifically unique. And I thought, Lord Nod's going to be a good property. Let's go ahead and get esports onto mainstream media. Let's get people to really start watching the gamers, what they do, what they are. Because otherwise gaming is so, gaming. Like, what do you do? Like, you're fat boys sitting at home, playing games all day, never see sunlight. Are you that? And I wanted to break that myth. I wanted to put a real face to gamers. I wanted to go show his name is Suresh, his name is Gautam, his name is Shekhar, his name is Nikunj, his name is Prateek. I wanted to say these are real guys who have real things they do. They go to college, they go to school, they have problems with parents, they have food issues, they have internet issues, they try to go ahead and manage and balance their lives. They're human beings and they're just like us. There's no different than another person who likes to go play soccer or football or cricket. And I just wanted to go ahead and put a real name to them. And I wanted to go ahead and say, we can make this look cool, right? Why is it not cool? It's a cool thing to do.
Well, you probably also have the problem with the gamer stereotype. I bet that lots of people tell you, aren't you too old to play video games? And you're supposed to be the serious businessman who's doing real business. So why do you even go into gaming? I mean, how do you fight with this stereotype?
Well, I've been blessed. And I would like to thank family, friends who've all been supportive, extremely supportive of my gaming thing. They'll just wrinkle up their nose a little bit saying, gaming? But what I do is I actually try and get a lot of my friends, my families, everyone who's around me, my investors, into a gaming meet. And trust me, that's phenomenal. They come in there and say, no, I thought that this would be just weird boys. There's Red Bull in there. There's NVIDIA in there. There's Sony in there. There's all these big brands. These guys are not weird. They know English. They're playing well. That's a real stage they're sitting on. That's real prizes. That's a real check that's been given away. And suddenly all those stereotypes break. And the best way I believe that stereotypes are broken is by reality. And I just want to go ahead and take that reality. And as far as the old thing goes, been there, done that. Everyone says, are you too old to be a gamer? I probably say yes. And that's why I'm probably not a gamer. In my heart, I still am, but my fingers don't work as fast. You should see the APM of some of the other gamers, the way they can go to. But I'm a very happy, what I call a casual/friendly gamer. So I'll get into a match with you. We'll play, we'll talk, we'll laugh, we'll kill each other, we'll throw snowballs at each other. But if you actually put me in a competitive thing, I'm way too old for it. I think competitive gameplay in India across the world is for people who are 16, 17, 18, 20, 21, 22, 23. I think if you're getting post 25, you're too old for this. You're too old for professional gaming.
Well, you would think so, but still, when we talk with the gamers who took part in the tournaments, they often say that now we are playing, even if they're winning tournaments. After we start college, we have to stop because we have to be serious. Our parents demand a lot of serious stuff from us. So how do you plan to fight with this attitude, with the problem that even if India has professional gamers, at the moment of getting into college, they just stop playing?
You ask very hard questions. So the right answer to this is India. To my knowledge, India has not had professional gaming as defined as by the word professional for a very long time. Sure, we have great gamers, but do we have gamers who day in, day out, like a job, have been given salaries to go play video games? I don't think so. And I think maybe that's what we need to do. Actually bring the professionalism to video gaming in India. And can we get, I don't know, 10 gamers, 12 gamers, give them a salary, give them a house, tell their parents that it's a better job to do than sell credit cards or join a call center or stay at home and join a family business. If we all love education and we all want to go ahead and do MBAs after our graduation or our engineering or our BCom, why spend 2 years doing nothing when you can spend 2 years doing something that you love? And if you become really good at it, the money is not bad. You'll save more money, you'll have more fun, you'll travel at more places. And I think that's where it is. Try and get professionalism back into gaming. Not back, into Indian gaming.
Okay, so we are following your YouTube channel, Facebook account. Tell us what are the plans of Lord Nod for the future and Casting plans for the future?
So Casting is going to become a de facto network for Indian esports video coverage. Our objective is to go and cover as many events through video as we can, as many gamers through videos as we can, and finally as many games we can on the web. We are picking up games, specifically our games that we have is in FPS, we are picking up Battlefield 3 and Counter-Strike Go. In real-time strategy, we are picking up StarCraft 2. In MOBA, we are picking up Dota 2 and League of Legends. In console, we are picking up FIFA and we are picking Tekken / Street Fighter, that space. And finally, we are also going and looking forward to other games that we can bring onto our portfolio. We love casting games. We are increasing our casting team. So any of the viewers who are actually out there who are here, please apply to us. We would love if you can go ahead and join our casting team. Even the casting team we are actually doing is very interesting. We are paying people professional fee to go do this. You will not do this for free. We will pay you money to be professional casters, because I believe that's something which is missing, and that's something which is very close to Lord Nod. Lord Nod's casting, that entire network, our entire holy grail of the big thing that we need to do is to go ahead and get this onto mainstream TV. And you'd be very interested to know that we are currently in chats with 2 TV channels, mainstream ones, the best sports channels you can think of, into trying and getting esports from the Indian context, not game, not a Singapore show, not a MLG show, not a foreigner show, an Indian esports game, TV show coming every week to you, live and exclusive. So think about that. That's something which we want to go do.
Yeah, guys, remember about that. And if you want to try, just apply. So now an easy question for you. So tell us, what games do you play when you have a free time?
Ooh, that's fun. I'm one of those guys who's that typical commercial consumer. Diablo 3 came, I wanted to play Diablo. Sleeping Dogs is coming, I want to go play that game. Borderlands 2 is coming, I'm going to be playing that game. I like playing games which make me have fun. If I have to play online, I better have friends I can go ahead and chat with. We have now you, I have my entire team of Gautam and Shantanu, who are from NODWIN Gaming, along with Yogesh and Robin. So we have this little community of friends. My community friends who are from Battlefield, Eddie, Manav, Shrey, Sparrow. I can keep saying Eddie. What's his name? Mad Gunner Bomb. I have to go ahead and talk about it. We have in StarCraft. We have Karthik. I have all my friends. It's so much fun. Just like logging into your computer and opening your list, and you have 7 friends, and you just ask them what you want to play today, and you just get up. But I personally believe I love RTS and strategy and adventure games. So those are my favorites. I suck at FPS games. Well,
but still enjoy playing them, right?
Oh yeah,
This
for
is the most
sure.
important thing. Yeah, I mean, we can suck at the game, but the important thing is to have fun from playing it.
Oh yeah, it's like for example, I'll take the easy way out. I'll decide to be sniper. I'll go stand at the back. I'll get 5 kills and feel. And then my team has lost, but that doesn't matter. But I got 5 kills, right?
Yeah, I mean, as I said, The most important thing is to have fun.
Yeah,
By saying. I want to know what are your plans for the future? What events are you going to cover?
Well, two answers to this. First of all, excellent question, because we are trying to go ahead and also design something called the Indian Video Gaming Calendar. That'll be available on LordNod. It'll be a free-to-post calendar. If you're an event organizer, you can just keep on coming there, post where the event is, so that everyone can know and so that we can discuss about it. And that will be uploaded in about a week's time from right now. So about the first week of September, you should have that ready. But the big events that are happening right now are the ICGC qualifiers that are going to be happening across, the ICGC finals in Goa in the 5th, 6th, 7th of October. Just before that, the 21st to the 23rd, we have Nikunj Bansal, who's India's best StarCraft player, going and representing India at Japan. He'll also be going with the Counter-Strike 1.6 team to Japan. So that's another event that is big for us. Just after that, we have something called the Battlefield 3 League for India starting up. We'll have a full league of Battlefield that is happening. Just after October, we're getting towards November, and then we have the ESWC. So about 10 different games who will be all part of ESWC. We'll have qualifiers for that coming out of ICGC, and preparation happens there, and that's in Paris. So we have November in Paris. That is an important schedule going on. While all of this is happening, I believe CSGO, League of Legends, and Dota 2 will be seriously big. So we'll have streams going on for that. Best thing to do, come on to lordnod.com and check all the items that are happening. You'll have a casting schedule, you'll have a video show schedule, and the big surprise is we'll be launching a show called The State of Indian Gaming for an hour every Sunday. You should definitely come and watch that one. That'll be phenomenal because it talks about all the events that are happening, everything that has recently happened, gamer interviews that are there, event launches that are there, pro tips. You can go ahead and even submit video questions, and we'll ask the pros all the questions. And we'll even get some really big industry bigwigs from EA, from Origin, from Walt Disney, any one of the people we can go ahead and get to come on board and talk about what's the future for gaming and esports in India. Last but not the least, we have the Flipkart Gaming Tournament that is happening. It happens every month. It's called the Flipkart Gaming Arena. You should check that out. So that's it's a very packed schedule.
So you're planning a lot of stuff for gamers and pro gamers. And what are your plans to reach the non-gamers? The people who are like, games, okay, nothing special, hobby for children. So what about them? I mean, what is the message for these people to actually see the matches, to see the real gamers, and maybe even experience some fun of taking part in a game?
Well, again, you have asked a very interesting question, which I would love to say. 2nd of October happens to be Gandhi Jayanti. It is the birthday for our father of our nation, Mahatma Gandhi. And we are actually working with Google we're trying to work with Google and a couple of other people. We're trying to design a very simple game in which you can go ahead and rotate a charkha. A charkha is a wheel in which you can go spin, like Gandhiji used to spin his own cloth. You can spin it, and if you go ahead and spin it a certain number of times in a certain number of minutes, a certain number of seconds, you will be allowed to go ahead and volunteer and become a national volunteer for changing our nation. So I'm saying, you have to understand, gaming is it's permissive everywhere. We do this all the time. Some of you might have played the Google Doodles for Olympics that were there, trying to go ahead and shoot the hoops or swim or run. And games are everywhere, and you'll start seeing more and more of them coming on to mainstream TV. If you're a parent who is watching this, don't discourage your children. I think gaming is as much of a sport as, playing Sudoku, which is there. If you think Sudoku is good, but gaming is bad, no, you should really see. Gaming builds a lot of character, a lot of compassion, a lot of it does go ahead and make you competitive, but it also lets you communicate well with your friends very well. It makes your thought processes very strong. It makes your reaction times very strong. So yeah, I don't think it's that bad. And you'll start seeing a lot of us on TV. When you come on TV, you'll see that we are doing some good work. And that's the time you should be watching the show.
Talking about the games and sport, most of the game we cover right now are FPS, strategy games, the typical ones that hardcore gamers play with keyboard, mouse, pad, whatever. So what about the games that can be played with whole your body? I'm talking about Wii, I'm talking about Kinect, PS Move. Don't you think that we should have more of this, maybe even tournaments for players who play these games? Because from my experience, it is the easiest way to convince non-players to take the control and just have some fun. So what about this kind of tournament and gaming?
Well, SaltyCat, that's something which is very close to my heart. I personally believe games such as Dance Dance Revolution or, I don't know, something like Wii Fit would be great games to go ahead and do. In fact, at the Flipkart Gaming Arena, we've given away some very, very interesting and cool prizes for something called PS3 Street Cricket, and in which we let people go ahead and play cricket and hit cricket shots in front of a computer, and people have taken back really serious prizes. It's a funny story, but there's a guy called Sagar Vyas. Sagar is a really good FIFA player. He's actually represented India at WCG in FIFA. And he's come to one of the Flipkart gaming tournaments. He didn't win at FIFA, but he went home taking the street cricket prize. So there you go. You have people from all walks of life who are coming in and trying the other games. I think it's really good. You can go ahead and get lots of non-gamers on board. I would even say mobile games are there. I've heard there are more Fruit Ninja and Angry Birds players out there than there are normal gamers out there. So go figure. If you're one of them, you should go ahead and come on board. We love gamers, all kinds of gamers.
Lord Nod, one basic question. Why Lord Nod? What's the story behind the name?
Lord Nod, I think it comes out of a lot of chaos and a lot of trial and error. My pet name, like some of the gamers who might know outside, is Noddy, as in from the comic book Noddy. And my grandfather named me Noddy, and I always grew up as being Noddy. And you start becoming a little older, and you don't want to go ahead and use the word Noddy, and somehow it gets stopped by some websites. And so I shortened that from Noddy to Nod, N-O-D, and that's cool. That's nice. Also, since I love strategy games, I used to love a series called Command and Conquer, and in that we had GDI as the blue forces and the evil red forces, but with the coolest anti-hero called Kane used to be leading a faction called Nod, which is Nation of Domination. And I was like, yeah, I'm the cool guy, I'm the dark guy, and it was Nod. And eventually they stopped having Nod as this because it was too small or it was there. And at that time I was playing games like Majesty and like Sims and not Sims, SimCity. And I used to be building these big, expansive things. And suddenly I became from Nod, I became Lord Nod. And that's where Lord Nod is. But you'll on a couple of sites, for example, Origin on EA, someone took Lord Nod. Whoever you are, I got you. But for that, I had to go ahead and call myself Ultimate Lord Nod. So don't worry, I don't think this evolution is finished, but Lord Nod it is. That's where we are.
As a very mature gamer, very old gamer, I'm very curious, how did you start playing? What was your first game?
My first 3 games, my first ever game was a game by the name of Galaxian. Or Space Defenders for all of you, which is there. I don't know if you would, I don't think you were even born when I was playing this game. I played this when I was 4 years old. And it had this little ship at the bottom, and all it did was shoot up.
Yes, I know it.
Right? So, and that was in all glory of 2-bit video, and it had black and white, and it had mono PC sounds like and this is like that. The other big game which was my evolution, which is there, was definitely Mario, and Mario made me connect to my dad a lot, because my dad used to be really good in Mario. He used to be able to finish the whole game in 9 minutes and 13 seconds from start to finish, and I had to go ahead and beat him. So when I reached 8 minutes 59 seconds, I was like, yes, and that was my big evolution of Mario.
I've never finished Mario.
So Mario was there, and the other time there was a game which my mother loved, and that was a game called Goonies. I don't know it, but some of you might remember Goonies, and that was the time. It was a huge adventure game that was available on the Super Nintendo, and those are my 3 games that there. My brother and I always loved the fighting games, and so he and me were Mortal Kombat fans. So my family has been very supportive in my gaming journey, and I connected with my family on these 3-4 games. And yeah, these are the games that have formed me. Yeah, so nothing close to what you go ahead and say. No, some of them you can't even find online right now.
So lucky for you that your family was supporting you and playing with you, because normally we have this problem that family thinks that we should really stop behaving like as a kids. So Lord Nod, thank you very much for the interview. You're a very interesting person. I hope you guys are happy with all our questions and answers. If you want to know more about Lord Nod, you can always post below, ask questions, and we will try to answer. So thank you, Lord Nod, and see you guys later.
Thanks, SaltyCat. See you. Bye.